Show me. Show me, YouTube. Okay, YouTube. Number 23, here we go. And we're live. And first things first. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
What'd you do?
Just went out to eat with family.
Fan,
Yeah.
you like eating? That's a weird question.
Yes.
What'd you eat?
I hope everyone likes eating. I went to a Japanese buffet. I don't know if you know what it's if the place is called, but it's called Minado. Then out in Mass, Kenrick. I don't know if you heard of the place.
I
It's
don't
like
think
across
so.
from a mall. I don't know, but the food was pretty good. I liked it. We've been there, not the first time, I can tell you that. So. But yeah.
Have you
How
ever
about you?
been?
Just yeah.
Have you ever been to a Japanese steakhouse?
Japanese steakhouse, for example, like Eco or
I think what I have in mind is that I've seen videos of they serve, I guess eco. Yeah, the thing I had in mind is that they serve steak sizzling hot and they serve it to you like that. I saw that on some Food Insider or BuzzFeed or something, but stuff like that.
no, that kind of style. No, I have not. But if you're talking about like steakhouses and like sort of like a hibachi style,
Yeah, I guess,
I
yeah.
I guess I have been. But Eco would be like the only like steakhouse like Japanese restaurant I've ever been to. But other than that, I don't really go to a lot of kind of like a Chinese Japanese fusion restaurants like Eco.
Hmm.
But other than that, the only Japanese thing that I would eat like pretty authentic Japanese would be like ramen in Boston. I don't know if you know it's actually right on Newbury Street in Boston. It's called Santoka ramen. It's Hokkaido style ramen. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before. But
I know there's a few ramen shops on Newbury Street,
yeah, it's
but
really good.
I think the closest ramen I've had to Newbury Street was actually in Cambridge. We went to the H Mart in Cambridge, and
Oh,
we had ramen there.
uh,
So,
actually, interestingly, I've never been to the H Mart location before. I think once when I was little, but I already forgot,
yeah,
so
it's
I
all
don't
right.
remember.
Hokkaido style ramen is the one with corn in it, right?
Hokkaido style, I believe so.
They put butter and corn in their ramen, I think. I saw
Yeah.
a video on that. Made in Japan. Or only in Japan, that's
Yeah.
what it is. Only in
Only in
Japan.
Japan. Yeah, yeah, only in Japan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's sort of like, yeah, they have corn and butter and green onions and eggs and bamboo shoots or menma. And then you get the tamago, which is eggs in it. But yeah,
Mm.
that's pretty. I think Hokkaido style is. Let me. That's actually a great question. Let's see what makes a Hokkaido ramen style.
Mm. Yeah.
Using soybean paste for flavor instead of traditional pork bones. So they use soybean paste instead of pork bones, which is very interesting because traditionally the pork bones it would be called tonkatsu,
Mm-hmm.
but this one apparently uses soybean paste, which is I actually didn't know that. That's pretty interesting.
Um,
Uh,
what is miso paste made out of?
soybean.
Oh, so
Soybean.
basically
Yeah.
miso ramen, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know if it's technically the same thing because I think miso is a little bit more fermented. Let me see what technically miso is.
So much about food.
Is miso made from poop?
Made from poop? Is that
Wait,
actually a Google
that's a
complete?
question, yeah.
I remember coffee being made from animal droppings.
Really?
Uh,
Oh
fer-
yeah, fermented paste. Yeah, miso is fermented. What am I saying?
Yeah.
I should already know that. But yeah. Yeah, I guess you could say it's technically miso. Yeah.
Yeah. What about poop, right? I think
Poop.
I think I'm not entirely sure on this one if I remember, but the most expensive coffee in the world is produced
Elephant
in
poop.
Indonesia, I think, and from the
Really?
droppings of lemurs, if I remember
Lemur?
correctly. Something like
Oh.
that.
I think there's elephant poop too that makes it from coffee apparently. I don't know what's called though.
Something like
I think
that.
it's literally called elephant poop coffee or elephant coffee or something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Because I think the animals eat berries, and then
Yeah,
that
something
goes
like
through
that.
the flavor or something goes through their digestive tract, and then they
Imagine
poop
if they
it.
had a Gila monster like coffee.
I don't know what
That
they.
would be,
I
that would
can't
be
imagine what it
insane.
tastes
I
like. What
don't
do they
even know
eat?
what their poop looks like, so I
They
don't
eat
know if it's
animals.
big enough.
Aren't they carnivores?
Yeah, they are. But like I guess so,
Yeah.
unless they poop like a small amount of time.
Imagine.
I don't know.
Tastes like you get little scales in your coffee. That would be a nice drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just a little fur in your coffee.
Yeah, just a little fur. Speaking of fur, I don't know. It's just something that I just remember. And from seventh grade, we dissected, uh, what's it called? Owl pellets, something.
Pellets?
Where I think, I think owls eat rats, and in seventh grade we had to dissect owl pellets. So basically, it was a rat just crumpled up, a dead rat into a crumpled up form. It was sterilized. It was dipped into boiling water and whatever. All the pathogens and bacteria and whatever were killed. And in seventh grade, we had to dissect those owl pellets, which were just a ball of rats. So we extracted a skull from a ball of fur, bunch of other bones. It was interesting, you know. We also had we also had also in seventh grade, I think we had a raw chicken wing that's been sterilized, and we used it to look at its anatomy and how the joints move. I don't know. I just thought of that because fur and whatever, fur and poop.
I think I remember the owl one. It smelled a little bit, to be honest. I remember it had a distinct smell to it for sure.
If it smelled, I guess I forgot, or maybe I was just used to it.
That's the only thing I remember from it. That's
But
it.
our teacher sterilized each pellet, each one. Yeah, we did a bunch of crazy stuff in seventh grade.
Yeah, I don't remember, to be honest, with most of like my I guess especially like middle school experience. I don't exactly remember that much of. So I feel like I guess the most eventful like year would be like sixth grade for me.
Hmm.
But that's about it.
Hmm.
And fifth grade, a little bit of fifth grade.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't really remember like most of my I guess childhood, except for like if you remind me a little bit. But
Did you go on the eighth grade DC trip?
no, I didn't. I held back because I don't know why. I just thought it was expensive. I didn't want my dad to pay for it.
What was
So
the cost? It was
it
in.
was 500.
Yeah,
500.
500. That's cheaper than I
And
thought.
now that I look back at it, they were right because they did say that it was gonna be your last field trip before you go to high school, and I think it was like a week, right?
Uh, I think 5 days, roughly. Yeah, roughly 5 days.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty cheap to be honest, considering that it's, I think already. Oh no, it's not including food, but it's including like hotel and the bus fare
Yeah.
and
Oh, this
probably some
fan
other
cam?
stuff. I don't know, but I would say that's pretty cheap.
This fan
Probably like
cam.
$100 per night.
She's
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
but that's only considering if it's like covering the hotel.
Yeah.
But it's not because it's still covering the bus fare. But yeah, I kind of, I should have went.
It was
but
cool.
Whatever.
It was alright. Genesis
Did you
was
go?
my buddy the whole
Oh
time.
yeah, you went.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who didn't go? There was someone. I think Dick Shant didn't go. Dick Shant was like one of them who didn't go. I'm not sure.
I don't
There was
know.
someone who didn't go with me. I forgot who it was.
A few people didn't. I remember that. But let me recount the days. So Saturday, then Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. We departed the Tuesday. Yeah, we departed on Tuesday, came back almost at midnight on Saturday. So Saturday, almost leading into Sunday.
Interesting.
Yeah. Also, I
It must
remember.
have been tiring.
Yeah, but I didn't feel it because you know what I did right after the DC trip.
Yeah.
So while I think it was it might have been the Friday or Saturday. I don't remember exactly, but my parents had bought Injustice 2 for me to play right when I came back, and I was like, "Oh, I'm excited." So I came back and whatever, and it was around 11 p.m. and Injustice 2 was prepared for me, and that night I stayed up until 1 a.m. 1 or 2 a.m. maybe, playing Injustice 2 with my brother, the story and whatever. It was interesting. I might even have a timestamp for that. Maybe I got a trophy that time, because I was a trophy hunter during the DC trip.
I was like 2016?
2017.
2017.
So let me see if I actually have a timestamp. So on my PSN profiles, sorted by date, my first trophy for Injustice 2 was collected at 1:31 a.m. So that's how late I stayed up after the DC trip playing Injustice 2.
And you got back like around 11, right?
11 or 12, something like that. It was late. It was dark outside, pitch black. Everybody was.
How was the bus ride? Was it like pretty smooth?
It was good. It was alright.
It was good.
I don't remember anything too exciting about that.
Honestly, I don't think I would have survived in the bus.
Yeah, it's 12 hours, to and back, a few stops along the way. I remember I watched, what was it? I think it was just, I watched just the first Taken movie for the first time on the bus. Everybody was asleep. It was dark. Genesis was kind of dozing off. He was doing the, like that. So he was doing that in his seat while I was so laser focused. It was pitch black. The cabin was pitch black. It was dark. A lot of people were asleep. Maybe some people were on their phone. I don't remember. All I remember is that there was this very small screen above me, and I was looking at it the whole time watching the first Taken movie.
Really?
It was pretty cool. You know, just having a bunch of people surrounding me, and then me just looking at a small TV screen. It was cool.
What did I watch? Like, I think the only time that I would ever watch is probably on a plane, but even then, that's pretty rare for me. I can probably only watch like one movie. I think the one movie I watched was what was it? I think John Wick, the third one. I watched it on the plane.
Chapter 3.
On my way to Australia, and that was like 2019. And then I think my trip to Indonesia, around 2015, I think. I watched the really, really bad movie, the Need for Speed movie.
Oh,
it was
man.
so bad, to be honest.
Who's in that movie? I remember there's a movie about that.
I have no idea who's in the movie.
Maybe I shouldn't care because I'm not that in touch with the Need for Speed franchise, but I did 100%. Games.
No, I'm not. Technically, I have the same amount of experience as you do, to be honest. I don't go deep into it. Who was in it? Aaron Paul?
Aaron Paul. He's a Breaking Bad guy.
Rami Malek?
Rami Malek? Whoa. Rami Malek.
Then, who else?
I see.
Those are probably like the big guys. And then Dominic Cooper.
I see Kid Cudi, but this was forgettable. I didn't remember this movie until you brought this up.
Yeah,
That's how forgettable it was.
It was so forgettable. I didn't. Honestly, I think Remy, I think there's another movie I watched. It was, what was it? Bohemian Rhapsody was one of them. The Queen movie. And then, the new, what was it? James Bond movie I watched. The new James Bond movie, it's not, I didn't really like it, to be honest.
Which one? Skyfall, Spectre? No Time to Die?
No Time to Die,
Oh.
2021, like this last year. I didn't really like it, to be honest.
Interesting.
Too much romance,
I was
unnecessary romance.
And the end of the what's his name? Daniel Craig saga. I saw the ending scene for the first time of a few days ago. I didn't know, well, spoiler for anybody, but I didn't know he died at the end of the film. I didn't know they were gonna end all of that at that movie.
No Time to Die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, I
No,
kind of
but they're
saw
like
it coming, but like,
alone for parts of this. They went to Whole
yeah,
Foods and whatnot.
honestly, it was also
like,
kind of unexpected, I guess.
But
But
there was like no, I think there was
pretty
one other
interesting
person.
how he died. I mean,
Body Carters.
he needed to die anyway. And, it's been a while since the series been
actually,
going
I
on.
think
If
that
it
Body
would have been
Carters
kept like dragging, it would have. No one would have ever watched it again,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Like the Fast and Furious movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Fast and Furious movies need to stop. It keeps on dragging now. Honestly, I feel like, especially with what is it? The one with the Rock?
Hobbs
Oh.
and Shaw?
Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw. That one was alright, to be honest. It was it's not as good as like the other Need for Speeds, to be honest. I feel like after I would say after 7 is when it started getting really bad, to be honest. Like after Paul Walker died, which was like 2013, right? When he
Yeah, I
died.
think so.
Yeah. Like after those, like the time he died, like or not Need for Speed, Fast and Furious had gotten a little bit worse, to be honest. I don't know, but nothing like the old Tokyo Drifts and Fast and Furious, the first one. I still love those movies. Nothing can beat those, even though it's a little bit like you can tell like some scenes are pretty
Dated.
fake, especially the what is it, the wheelies and all that. But other than that, it's just something that makes it like separated from the current ones right now. I don't know. It just feels very nostalgic whenever you watch it,
Hmm.
especially the Tokyo Drift one. I watched it, I think, 3 times already, so I'm a huge fan of Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, it's just pure racing at that
Yeah, it
stage
is.
of the series. And
Mhm.
then I don't know where down the line they decided to have all this action-packed military stuff
Yeah,
and
exactly.
explosions and whatever.
Yeah, and it's not fitting, to be honest. It's like I feel like it's almost like a James Bond wannabe or Mission Impossible. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, it's not really that great.
But I think
To be
they're
honest.
confused. They're trying to combine those elements and still keep the theme.
Yeah, cars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cars and racing and whatever.
exactly.
What was the plot of the original films? Was it just who wins? Who's the good guy in the end? Who's the victory? Who wins the race? Is that I would
Yeah,
imagine.
uh, most of the time it was like who would win like the races, I guess. But in like Tokyo Drift, it was like about this like American guy who got, I don't know, he got into big trouble for like racing with someone, and then got his parents put him like, or not his parents, his mom put him to like in Japan with his father, and then his father had a curfew on him or something like that. He was restricted to go anywhere, and then one time he just went and gotten into racing with someone and all that kind of stuff, especially who it was the guy with the Hulk car. I don't know if you remember, but that's the reason why he started getting into racing, because he just loved
This
the
is like
race,
a private
I
area in
guess.
a built
Hmm.
And I like
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift is because it's like they didn't have a lot of like unnecessary romances that you get a lot in like the in movies nowadays.
Hmm.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, right? It's like I don't know if you've seen it,
Perhaps.
but I don't know. I feel like there's so many unnecessary romances that are like in movies nowadays.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, especially with like James Bond, the like No Time to Die or whatever. I felt like it was kind of unnecessary, to be honest, to add those kind of stupid romance like kissing scenes and all of that. It's kind of almost like a way for them to like put fillers in it, in the movie to make it last a little bit longer.
Sure.
That's just my opinion. But I don't know what you feel about it.
Well, unnecessary romance, let's see. I don't know. I don't know whether romance is necessary in a movie or a show or something. The only thing that comes to mind when I think about that is the new, what is it? Is it HBO Max, or I think the Euphoria show? And
I haven't watched it yet.
I saw the first episode, and that show is supposed to portray minors, high school students, and whatever. But oh my gosh, I just can't help but think how unrealistic some of these what is it, conflicts or whatever, relationships or whatever. It's just played out unreal, or maybe they do that for dramatic effect, but if that's the case, I wish the acting was better. If you're gonna make all of these situations hyperbolic, at least act like they weren't, But that's what I remember. I don't remember much other than that she's a rehabilitating drug addict. That's
not everyone's a drug addict.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, not everybody's a drug addict, for sure. But the house party, where I haven't been to parties like that. Whatever, maybe I'm the wrong person to speak on this. But how often do people get angry like that in front of everybody? I feel like at that age, people are just shy or something. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe someone later on or in the comments right now can tell me off on that. But I don't. I think everybody's too much of a bystander at a party to react like that. Unless you're the host. The big guy in the first episode was the host, and he got angry at what's her name, Jules? He got angry at Jules. And he's like, "Oh, does anybody know Jules here?" And then nobody reacts. But I don't imagine a shirtless guy being that drunk, angry in a party and calling an outsider out like that. It's just weird. I don't connect with that. And the talk, the kind of banter that they have. The kind of cool kid banter they have in the first episode of the show, it wasn't convincing for me. It wasn't that convincing. It was.
They got invited.
I don't really know what Euphoria is trying to accomplish, other than maybe because they're so young, they're trying to make it relatable, and that's why. I don't really know the reviews of that show. I don't know the criticism. I know people watch it. I just don't know how people react to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I didn't know what Euphoria was. I was thinking of another show.
That's why.
For the people who know what I'm talking about,
Yeah, it was. I remember people talking about the overlap between, the HBO Max film and, let's call it Japanese literature, for lack of a better term. We can call it that.
Japanese literature.
But yeah, what is the original Japanese adaptation about? Is it about minors getting drunk or something, recovering drug addicts or whatever, or is it completely different?
Honestly, yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I also heard that there's an Israeli adaptation of this show somewhere on the internet. I don't remember.
No way.
An Israeli version of Euphoria or something. I don't know specifically.
I have no idea.
But
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I'm late to a lot of trends in terms of TV shows.
Yeah.
I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV shows. I don't own HBO Max, Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus. Even if
I own a lot of those.
Yeah, even the free services like I don't own Crunchyroll either, or Anime. I don't. Is Anime DAO a free service?
It's a free third-party website.
Yeah, I don't. Even the free services, I don't watch Anime DAO. I don't watch Soap Today that often. unless someone
Mhm.
shows me. The only TV I watch really is
Yeah,
it's
The
not even on
Boys.
the television. What'd you say?
The Boys.
Oh, The Boys. I really want to watch that again. It should be
Yeah.
out sometime this year or something. I heard.
Honestly, it was pretty fun to watch. It was like a kind of a
Definitely
Marvel
fun.
knockoff
It just poked fun at the superhero archetype,
concept.
I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty funny to be honest.
It kind of exposes how superheroes are corporatized,
Yeah, it
which
can be. Yeah.
I don't see that a lot, if ever, in past
Yeah.
superhero movies or whatever.
But that's what made it stick out to other than other superhero movies. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they did something different, very interesting. Honestly, it was pretty unique. Yeah, like you saw how they corporatize the superhero, I guess. How they made it into more of a business and
God,
a
they're
social
facing the
media
clouds.
thing.
Yeah.
Getting attention and almost as if they're trying to I I don't know if you agree on this statement, but sort of almost control the what is it, the community or the society almost to
Yeah.
thinking that they're doing the good for the people while they don't really care for the people, to be honest.
Sure. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
remember that one blonde girl? She actually wanted to help people, and the other superheroes were laughing at her or something.
Yeah. Starlight. I remember that.
Yeah, Starlight. Yeah.
Um. Yeah, the big bad Homelander. I think he's in it. This was so long ago. This was since September 2020, I think.
I
But
don't remember anything.
but the big bad Homelander is the head honcho like Superman, and he's a sociopath. I think what does he do? I think he's in it for the money, right? Money and fame or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, Homeland or whatever. Yeah. And then he has a son too. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was crazy, to be
His
honest.
powers.
I honestly that was kind of effed up.
I remember that story. Yeah, I remember the
Yeah.
scene. Do you remember the scene where the mother gave birth to the Homelander son?
Oh my god.
Do you remember
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Dude, that was such a gruesome imagery.
Honestly, that one. Honestly, it kind of ruined the way I thought things for a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah.
After watching The Boys.
Yeah, it was weird, but interesting though, because so if I remember correctly, it was Homelander, the mother, forgot her name. They do the thing, right? And then it comes time to deliver the baby, she's pregnant, whatever. But then apparently the development of the fetus is accelerated. So by the time she goes into labor, she's on the whatever that thing is called, the table, I guess. She's on the table,
Incubator?
right? What's that?
Incubator
I'm maybe I think after the baby's born, maybe stuff like that happens. But I remember she's on the table, right, about to give birth, and I remember they give the picture. It's just some other guy telling the story with videos to accompany it. But I remember he's like, "Oh yeah, the baby grew so fast that it started clawing its way out of the womb." And then I see in the show, there's just a river of blood pouring out from her. And then he later states, "Oh yeah, the baby drowned in the pool of blood that it created," and whatever. And I was like, "Oh, what? My gosh."
And then what was it? I remember they had a rule where the corporation didn't allow the people who worked in there, the non-superheroes and the superheroes, to have a special kind of relationship or something like that. It was restricted or prohibited or something like that. I don't know.
I think so.
I think it was something like that. I don't exactly remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at, the kind of special relationship. I remember, what is his name, Jack in Starlight, and then how that's frowned upon or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that now. I remember at the very beginning of the show, A Train was in a relationship. No, it wasn't A Train. It was Jack that was in a relationship, and A Train sped through her and killed her. I remember that. A Train wasn't in a relationship. I didn't remember that correctly.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't even want to think about that show.
Yeah,
anymore.
that was a
gonna hurt
gruesome
my brain.
show.
Honestly, it was.
I'm checking the time here. We were doing 30 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Want to keep going?
Honestly, I feel a little tired, to be honest.
A little tired. It's all good. It's cool.
Yeah. I don't know if you're available tomorrow.
I can do, yeah, absolutely. After 12. No,
After
that's
12.
after 1 because I go to campus and I'm over at 11:50 and then I got to go home and whatever.
Oh,
So-
yeah, you have the same schedule as I do. I get in at 10 in the morning and then get out at 11:50
Yeah, so about after 1, I would say.
after 1. Okay.
But cool. Any socials, plugs that people want to reach out to you? Something.
Yeah, I don't have any socials.
How many socials? Okay.
No.
That's a wrap on the birthday podcast.
Yes.
Any inquiries, DM me at Dr. Tulung, number 5630. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.